Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such BECK training films as finger pointing and random page turning in meetings, and dressing for success, how to win your clients over with fancy clothes. Tonight, we're going to learn about cross-training, the BECK Way. For the last 9 months, we've been following David Hunter from the BECK Architecture Group as he has ventured from the comfort of his own desk at the BECK office and into that crazy world we call construction. Having never worked in construction before, he was sure it was going to be full of team-building experiences, beer drinking, throwing his weight around with subcontractors, and of course, fighting Nazis. Boy, was he wrong. So join me, won't you? And let's learn about cross-training, the BECK Way.
Hi, my name's David Hunter. I'm with the BECK Architecture Group, Tampa, Florida. As I pulled in that first day, I think I was expecting a bit of a different reception. As soon as I drove up, one of the other project engineers immediately ran out, telling me I had to park on the other side of the job site. He said it was for security reasons, which, I guess makes sense, but, it really wasn't cool. It rained a lot. Ryan Toth, he was my project manager out at high school UU. Great guy. We got along real well. I think it started off, I used to, that first week, I used to sneak into his office and, as a joke, change the schedule dates. He thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, one of the first things Ryan did was he took me into the conference room and he said, "David, look at all these drawings, do something with them." So I made a teepee. Yeah, it was really structurally sound and looked good. I put a BECK cube on it. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I think it's safe to say after that, Ryan could tell that I was pretty eager to get out in the field and learn how things are built. So he paired me up with our superintendent, Harley, who, well, what a guy. Luckily for me, he pulled me aside and he said, "David, look, before anybody goes out in the field, we wash everybody else's mule." I didn't know that was what they did in construction, and I really feel fortunate that he taught me that lesson. Thank you, thank you, Harley. Thank you. Yeah, for as many lessons as Harley taught me, every once in a while he would get a bit upset. Like if my courses weren't totally flush with one another, he would send me out to the other trailer on site, make me spend some alone time out there. I didn't really like that. So I'm sitting there one day, cleaning the toilets again, and Mike Jenkins comes and grabs me and pulls me outside, and he points to a spot on the site and says, "David, we need a retention pond dug right away." And I can't tell you how special I felt that he came to me and asked me for this favor. Really special. And in the end, I think we dug a pretty nice hole. I always thought machines did that. One of the earliest things I learned, probably, Denise Rush, our office manager, pulled me in her office one day and let me know that it was customary for project engineers to give the office manager a back massage. So every day, 4 o'clock, I'd go in there and loosen up her shoulders. She seemed to enjoy it. Me, not so much. Project administrator, very important role on any project. I never really knew what they did, but we were very fortunate to have Giovanni, who taught me quite a bit. Namely, that it was pretty typical for project engineers to polish the project administrator's shoes. I didn't know that. But apparently they go into a lot of meetings and need to look real sharp. I actually saw him at his desk quite a bit. Typically on any job site, there's more than one project engineer. In this case, the other project engineer was a gentleman, Bill Long. Great guy, great guy. But what was interesting about Bill is the more he talked about his job and his role, he sounded a lot more like the PM, or at least that way he described his role. That I never understood. But Bill was great. He made me feel welcome from the very first day. In fact, he gave me my first set of business cards, which, you know, really it makes me feel part of the team, makes me feel special to be included like that. Yes, we also had a summer intern, which was kind of weird because I would have thought that in terms of roles and responsibility and hierarchy, I would have been, I don't know, above the summer intern, but not so. But it worked out alright. He showed me where the vacuum was so I could clean up his area and you know, make sure nothing was out of place. He was a weird dude though. One of the more difficult lessons that I learned as part of my cross training was on hard hat testing day. I didn't know they did that, but as they explained to me, it was part of job safety, which is very important. They said I did a pretty good job too. I don't remember after the third or fourth time. Huh? You know, cross training can be a very lonely time. But I was very fortunate to have Tippy, the job site cat, as my friend. Sometimes my only friend. One day Ryan Toth, the project manager, came up and told me to get rid of the cat, that he was pooping everywhere. I was also in charge of the barbecue that day, and I didn't know they typically had barbecues. Did I mention I'm a vegetarian? Couldn't eat with the rest of the group that day? Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, oh boy, I'd be so tired. I mean, these guys in construction, they work really hard for like 4-5 hours a day. I mean, it would wipe me out. I could hardly wait to start my night shift as the security guard. Once again, I didn't know that was typical for the project engineer to do, but it was.